Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Thursday the 4th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning, fairly decent time frame, got a few things done, got the dog outside, got that all taken care of. Wife got off to work without incident. I'm feeling sick as all get out again. I thought I'd made it past whatever this little flu cold thing was, and I did not. It is absolutely kicking my ass again. So I am definitely down and under the weather again, and it's ridiculous. I am freezing cold. I cannot get warm or anything. It's crazy. So, but I had another dog got dropped off today. It's just a single overnight with a long day tomorrow also. So it's like 2 days, one night. But went ahead, they got dropped off. Dogs got outside and played. It's a big giant collie, and the one I've got now is a mastiff also. So they played and wrestled a little bit, more of a chase than wrestle, and then they napped because they're both pretty out of shape, so they didn't have a lot of energy going on. But got a few things around done, just kind of taking it easy as best I can, trying to rest up, and that is just absolutely kicking my butt. And I'm not sure what's up with it, so it is what it is. But yeah, went ahead, got a few things done. Nothing too major. My wife had to take her father to the doctor, so I agreed to run him up to drop him off at her work for her, save for the trip over here, because it's just that extra, half an hour or whatever a time she drives down and gets him loaded up in the car and all that kind of thing, gets him back heading up to the appointment. Becomes a bit of a pain in the butt. And I wasn't certain this morning. I felt like I was up for it, so I told her I'd text her about noon and give her a heads up if I thought I was going to be feeling comfortable enough to drive in that, because I'm feeling dizzy, like I'm just off balance and stuff. It's really weird. My equilibrium's way off, and I'm assuming it's just the cold and flu crap kicking my butt that hard. So, but went ahead, told her, yeah, I said I can bring him up, not a big deal. So didn't bother taking the dogs with me when I took him up, just because I wasn't gonna be on very long. So went ahead and got him in the truck, drove him up there, dropped him off at work, and gave my wife a hard time again because she's parking crooked in the parking space, like it's angled parking at work, but she pulls in, she angles too much, so she's almost more like straight in parking, and it looks stupid. So she's way out of the way. She's not like a lot of guys will park way out, leaving their ass and hanging out and stuff. She's not doing that, but the car's crooked as all get out. So I kind of pointed out to her again, I'm like, this time you come out, please just look at your car. And she's, well, here to do it for other people. I'm like, well, 95% of the time I come here to do something with your car, it's always parked crooked. So I can't imagine that every other car around you is that bad, that you're the only one in the parking lot's that crooked. So this kind of makes her look incompetent at driving, in my opinion. So also parked next to where we pulled in, where her car was a little Pontiac G6 convertible from back in the early 2000s. And my father-in-law was asking about it, so I told her to look at it when she came out, because she's still trying to pick out what car she wants. So we'll see what happens. They're not a great car, and they're only made for like 3 years, so they're kind of hard to come by parts and stuff and whatnot. So they're not the best idea of car to pick up. But she said she liked it. Not if I can find a blue one, because she definitely don't want a white one. So, and everything I'm seeing are all white. So if I can find a blue one somewhere, then we'll go from there. I did look online a little bit for a few, and they're anywhere from $4,000 to $15,000. There's a giant swing in price between what people want for those things. So definitely at the $4,000 range, it's a no-brainer. Found one that's good shape, but 15 grand, I can't see that car being worth that ever. So, but yeah, went ahead and got back to the house. She took him to the doctor, getting a hearing aid or something done. I'm not sure what he was doing exactly. So she got done with that, so she headed back home, dropped him off, and went back to work because she was gone for a couple hours. So she was able to do that. And in that time frame, went ahead and decided I was going to go ahead and get my run in, get that over with, and got the dogs. I played with them in between and stuff, hung out with them and whatnot, and then went and got my run in. Got on the way back from my run, I called a company that does metal buildings, builds my garage, or trying to get a garage built, and he was supposed to be coming back by this weekend down this way to look at the property. Or Monday, Tuesday, he was supposed to be here, one of those 2 days. Didn't, and he was supposed to look at the property. I wanted him to actually put eyes on my yard and see if he thought he could put a building up that close to my big oak tree. I don't want to lose my big oak tree. So he's like, yeah, I guess actually I'm heading towards Orange, or Port Orange, and then I'll head your way. I'll give you a heads up. And I said, sounds great. So he texted he'd be there about 6:30. Wife got home from work, And I told her she can go ahead and start dinner if she wants. It's up to her. We're just doing pizza tonight, so not a big deal. And she goes, no, I'll wait for you. I'm like, that's fine. I can eat a little bit cool pizza or microwave is not a big deal. So went ahead, the guy got there, put the dogs up so they weren't outside. Went and got the gates open for him. Showed him the property, told him where it was. He goes, they're gonna let you build a garage out in front of the house? And I'm like, well, according to the permit people down at the office, they said it's setback, doesn't matter where your house sits. It's just the garage has to be 30, 33 feet, whatever it is, off the road. So and I don't know if it's 30 feet from the center of the road or I don't know. That's why I wanted somebody else who does this stuff all the time. And he actually will help pull permitting and stuff as well. So, which I'm willing to pay extra for that because, man, dealing with that permit office is bullshit. So he did say one of the things that he has had issues with in the past is with Edgewater especially, they won't give a final sign off on the final permit until like you got all kinds of extra dumb shit, like they got to put in extra culverts and they got to put in extra like sod and they got to make it look all kind of things. Because normally I don't get paid until after it's signed off on. He goes, I'm not doing that in Edgewater anymore because sometimes it's 3 months, before they sign off on it for all the BS they make you jump through. So he said when the building's done, he goes, I need paid. He goes, that's in Edgewater. He goes, everywhere else we don't do it, but the town's kind of a pain in the butt. So we'll have to see what happens. But yeah, I went ahead and told him, I said, I want as tall as I can get it. I said, I'm not sure how we go about pull the roof line height off. So if we can get a 16-foot wall, which I know won't happen, but we're going to shoot for at least a 12-foot high wall, which will give me nice height up top. I can put some extra storage up there, nothing else, and go from there. In a dream world, I would have a 16-foot wall with a full mezzanine up top on the back half. So I'd have basically a 12 by 20 or 24 by 20 mezzanine in the rear half of the shed or the garage, and then the front would be the full height for the lift and whatnot, but that won't happen. So yeah, it is what it is. He has a concrete guy crew he likes to work with and quoted me the price of where they are. They're a little bit higher than my concrete guy, but they're not that much higher. So I think I'll probably just go ahead and let them do it. That way, if there's something wrong, he can argue with his own concrete guys and I'll have to fight with the different people. So that'll make it easier in life. But yeah, so he said we got to get the permitting done. He told me I have to pull a survey, which I thought we did a survey about the house, but we did not. My wife looked that up, tried to find it, and we had signed a waiver to not need a survey to purchase the house. So I'll have to pay to get that done. So I'll reach out to somebody tomorrow, hopefully get a survey pulled to verify my landlines and all that good fun stuff. But apparently pull surveys and then they don't record it at like the city records. I would thought they would have kept records. They had to have a copy of that for like fencing and all that stuff, but apparently it doesn't get recorded anywhere. So unless we pass along with the house, it was past us. So yeah, so that's another $500 or so probably it's gonna cost to get a survey done, but don't care. Just I'm ready to get a garage built. He said he gives himself, whenever the permit comes in, a month, he'll have a building up. Seasons don't take that long. He goes, but I give myself a month just to be worst case scenario to have it up and done. So hopefully I can get a permit pulled, get a survey done, get a permit pulled, and then I'm gonna be about 35 grand into the building. I told him I didn't want the roll-up doors like the building. I wanted actual garage doors. He said he could put those in too. So I told him, I said, not just frame it out, get a different quote without them. He goes, I'll put them in. He goes, not a big deal. So the big thing I want with the regular doors, one, they seal a lot better. So if I ever do decide to air condition that building, it'll be way better off for that. And two, it's way cheaper to put a electric lift on it. So I guess he said it's like $5 grand for the electric lift for the roll-up doors. He said they're super expensive, so did not want to spend that on a door. That doesn't make no sense at all. So yeah, so I'll get a couple doors. I was gonna do a single 16-foot door front and back, and then a single walk-through door, probably a 36-inch or whatever walk-through door that I'll have on the back as well. So that way I can get in and out of the garage on foot. Then I'll have the actual garage doors to be able to pull stuff through, so I can still get to my backyard. If I want to haul in dirt or whatever, if I'm doing like a pool or something, I can get my skid steer and stuff through there to make the work done in the backyard a whole lot easier. So how are you guys doing?
Good, how you doing?
Better than I deserve. So I went ahead, he left, texted my wife, go ahead and make pizza. Had a couple minute making 2 pizzas because I guess mom wanted leftovers tomorrow. So we did that, watched a little bit of Wentworth, and then headed outside, enjoyed a little cigar, and then headed into bed because I was just exhausted. tried to watch a little TV with my wife. She's trying to watch an episode of Miss Mabel, Marvelous Miss Mabel on Netflix and Hulu or Prime, where the hell it's on. I'm not sure it's on. I think it's on Prime maybe, but I was long enough that I was so exhausted I couldn't even finish the whole episode. That's how tired I was. So I'm just absolutely gassed and wrapped up and called it a night. The dogs did good. They did pretty good laying down. The Mastiff did better, partially I think because she was more wore out from playing today. She had burned off more energy, so she went to bed a little quicker. So that made life a little easier. So yeah, that's pretty much all we got for today. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.